Welcome back to Don's Life. Welcome to the channel. Thanks for joining today. In today's video, we are going to install some step lights in the Multi-Pro tailgate. So let's go. So the step lights that I got here, I ordered from Amazon Canada, and there's a whole list of different ones. I don't even know if the ones that I got are any good. We're going to install them today. But most of the step lights that you find online through a store like Amazon, they're notorious for not coming with instructions. But don't worry, I'm going to take care of that today and show you how easy these are to hook up without any instructions at all. Now to the product itself, these ones, like I said, were ordered through Amazon Canada. I'll leave a link in the description below for the Canadian Amazon for the ones that I picked up. And they're not the most expensive, and I think they're probably closer to the cheapest ones. I'll also leave a link for the ones that these seem to be in the US, because sometimes the brands have different names, but they're all made in the same factory. So I'll leave a link in the description below for what might be the US equivalent. So these ones here, they're a 6K step light. They have a bit of a glossy finish. They got 24 LEDs. The covers that are on there aren't glossy. You'll see that when I open the tailgate in a moment. They are sealed. The specs say they're IP66 waterproofing, but they also say they're IP67 waterproofing. So there's a discrepancy right there. My suggestion would be is not to use a power washer and really focus on the ring around here. You could always add a little bit of silicone if you want some extra sealing. That might be something that we do, but for the installation, I'm not going to do any of that. In here, there is the wiring harness. We'll take a closer look at that. There is a second light, and there's some cable ties, but look at that. No instructions. But don't worry, I got your back. So let's get started. Okay, so we're gonna put our light here and here, but we're probably gonna need to remove a bunch of these. I'll show you that in a second, but it's kind of hard to work down here, so I'm gonna choose to fold this up. And we're gonna work at it this way. Okay, some tools you're gonna need, some light. I don't have enough light in my garage, so I wanna use this light here. You might need a pry tool or two just to get those caps off. I love this tool. It's probably something that I use almost daily with any project, but just a little pick tool that can help you get the tabs off when you're undoing wiring connections. And that should be it really for tools. So let's pull this back up and let's get started at removing these caps. Sometimes it's a good idea to look at the construction of what you're about to install, and it'll help you figure out how these are going to come out. But these are a little different. I did a little research. These just have pressure tabs, 2 on each side all the way around. So there's no advantage to starting on this side or that side. Just start where you can get access. So I'm going to use this broader pry tool because it'll put more pressure in a larger spot. But we just want to kind of get it under there. Maybe use a second tool and then just start prying. There we go. We just want that little bit of inward pressure. So see, there's 2 tabs, 2 tabs, 2 tabs, 2 tabs. Now that that one's off, you can actually get your arm in there if it's skinny enough like me, and you can remove them this way. No tools. I think that's as far as we need to go because we just need access to the wiring, but we want to put our lights, I want to put mine anyway, far apart. So I am going to take off the last one here. Done. Just going to undo this cable tie. Now, a good idea to study the harness really quickly. So we have this end and this end, which look like they would reach the 2 far lights. And then we have these 2 plugs. Now these male plugs, they're all identical. So that tells me that they're probably going to utilize these plugs here. Now all of these have little notches on them. Just have a really close look there. Not sure if you can see that, but there's a little notch on the bottom corner of each of these, and they're all the same. And then inside these plugs, I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is a little notch in there, and it could be to the right side, could be in the middle. They vary. So that's your clue right there, without having an instruction manual, that this is going to need to be replacing whatever plug has a little tab on the bottom right side. So you're going to see when you look in the tailgate that there is a plug here that looks a lot like this one, and there's a plug on this side that looks a lot like that one. But those are there to mislead you. We're actually tapping in to the light that shines at the back of your tailgate. So there's this little light here. That's the harness we're unplugging, and that's the only one. So that little guy is just up in here. So I'm just gonna bring a little extra light, but we wanna undo this one right here. So this tab, I was already messing with it earlier. Just pull that tab up. And then if you can, you wanna squeeze the rest of it and pull, just like that. Okay, so this end you can see has that notch that we were talking about, and it actually matches every single one of these plugs. So we know we have the right plug, and we know that that plug fits this piece in the harness. So it's just a matter of connecting that, relocking it, and then this one, because it's close by, goes to the factory bulb on the end of the tailgate. Can't really film it very well, but we'll get it plugged in. Locked. Okay. So that's locked in. All we have to do is run these wires to the bed lights. So I'm going to fish the long side over here, and I'm going to put the short side over here. Just like that. Now we're going to hook these up. Now you have to think of how this needs to be oriented. So when the step is down, we want it to cast the light down, not up. So they're going to go this way. You do notice there's a finish difference here. So these are going to look really glossy. I'm fine with it. No big deal. Hopefully they fit in there nice and they're not shaking too much. It does mention in the ad when you go to purchase these that you could put a little bit of silicone or caulking in here, and then that would help keep it sturdy and less likely to pop out. I'm not going to do that for this install, but it might be something that I need to do down the road, or you do if you find some that don't fit quite nice. So we should be able to just plug this in, lock the tab. We'll come over here, same thing, plug it in, lock the tab, and now we just need to hit unlock on our keychain, and that should turn on this cargo light down here, should turn both of these on, should turn on the LEDs in the bed. So let's try it. There you go, they work. And our light here still works too, so no issue with that. Okay, let's install these, and then let's make sure all our wires are secure so they aren't rattling around. I'm actually going to use some bigger ties. These ones are honestly a joke. So I'm going to use these and make sure this stuff is really secure. Oh, I can see so much better. I wonder where I stepped down. Oh, right there. Oh, perfect. All right, joking aside, it's light outside, but I'll turn these lights off and we'll get a better idea of the brightness. there you go. Simple install. If you don't have instructions, lose your instructions, or don't like reading instructions, just watch this video. Anyway, if you think it was helpful, hit that like button. Please consider subscribing, and we'll talk to you next time.